Hey there! Happy week 108! Week 108! I cannot wait to show you what my John gave me for Christmas, but first I want to introduce myself. My name is Amy. I lost 70 pounds on Mounjaro, Zepbound, and it is completely life-changing. I shot a video on day one, and here we are, week 108. I hit my goal weight after, shockingly, just about 5.5 months, and I've kept it off about 1.5 years. So I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome. If you're old, hello, old friends. You have meant so much to, I think, the strength of my journey. Just having a place where we can plug in, talk, communicate. It is absolutely fantastic community here. So I'm glad we're here together. I'm going to share you a lot of exciting things from week 108. First of all, thank you, John. Thank you, John. What? Witness and Wellness. That's our YouTube channel. Not that we weren't loving this that I made out of a giant Sharpie, but this is definitely an upgrade. And so you will see it up on the wall in the next couple weeks. And I just want to thank him so much for that big gift. You'll also see over here our Power Balls of Success. I want to thank Shay for giving us that awesome name. But I have a couple of you that I want to mention at the end of this video. There are more people being added to the list every day. Congrats on all that y'all are accomplishing. You are working so hard for your health and your success. It's showing on the scale and in many other ways. A lot of us here are on Zepbound or Mounjaro. Others of you have had success on Ozempic, Wegovy. There's lots of options out there, but also there's compounded tirzepatide and semaglutide. So it seems like every week there's some kind of an update. The latest came out from Mochi. They said they're continuing to be in compliance with FDA laws. One of the latest fascinating updates is they said out of medical necessity, doctors can also require a non-commercially available titration or dosing as long as it varies by at least 10% of what is commercially available. So if this is of interest to you, you can do a Google search, type in something like compound medication, Mochi, doses are changing. Doses are changing. You know what we're used to with Tirzepatide, the 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15. When it comes to Mochi and compounded tirzepatide, those doses are changing. But then there are other companies who just last week were sending out letters to their customers talking about how they are legally not able to compound tirzepatide anymore. Some of you may have gotten those emails. And they say the reason is because the FDA just took tirzepatide off of the shortage list. They said once their current stock is gone, it's gone. So if you wish to continue using this medication, they strongly urge you to place your order as soon as possible. Thank you. Signed, BBD Weight Loss. Maybe you know who that is. Changes, everybody. Changes. If you have dealt with this, feel free to throw it down in the comments, or if you have your own scenario or situation that you're familiar with, we would love to hear from you. You know, for me, I have felt less alone with a group of people who are like-minded, who have the same goals. And so I think hearing from each other, hearing what we're going through, a lot of you have shared some great advice with us. Keep it up. You know, I don't know how the holidays are going for you. For me, I think I'm used to yo-yoing and feeling out of control, but Zepbound really has my brain just nice and level. I do start getting hungry. Tomorrow is my shot day. Do you start getting a little hungrier a day or two before your shot day? So today is kind of one of the hungrier times of the week for me, but still, I just feel that steadiness, that I'm in control, that I yearned for decades. I just wanted to share that I think the longer that you're on maintenance, and for me, I'm staying on the 5.0. When I start feeling like I'm staying full and like the 2.5 is a good possibility for me, I'm not ready for it yet, but I do have my eye on it. That's my dream. I'm going to talk to my doctor about going down to the 2.5, but on the 5.0, I'm feeling amazing. And I think it's because of my 1.5 years at goal weight. You know, my goal weight was 158 and I lost 60 pounds and I got there and I wanted to keep going. And now I hover just under 150. For me, that's a sweet spot. I love it. For me, I am going on 51. I have to really consider my body, my skin. How do I want my face to look? How do I want this skin right here to look when I bend my arm? I mean, we all get to make our own personal decision for ourselves, and how are we looking as we lose weight, and where do we want that sweet spot? I feel like my body wants to stay here. I wanted to share with y'all that I'm really feeling if I have a little bit more or a little bit less, that my body really likes this place where it is. Some of you may be with us over on patreon.com. If not, search for Amy Danae. But we were just talking in our couple last live Zooms that people had like a number in their mind that they were aiming for, and they're close, and they're really great with data and with graphing, but their body just continues to maintain like this one weight. It's kind of like, hey, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. So I found that every chapter of this journey is fascinating. I think maintenance continues to be fascinating. Finding your goal weight, finding kind of like where your body, like what's that ridge your body just wants to like sink down in and then stay in. For me, oddly, I found it's around 148, which when you have been over 200 since the 90s, that is a crazy thing to say out loud. But yes, look at us and we're doing it together. I want to tell you one little story and then the video is yours. But I did something back in 2008 that I think my friends would remember, even though it's going on 15 years ago. I don't even think I've remembered to tell my family, but I teach. I'm a fourth grade teacher. This is year 28 for me. So I was in school and we would all meet at the teacher's lounge, and I wanted to lose weight so badly. And I did weird things. If you look back over the last 30 years, like what did we all not try? How much money were we willing to spend because this commercial, or because this testimonial, or because of this promise that it made us? But what I did for this 1 week of school, Monday through Friday, is I had a bowl that I just brought and left in the cabinet with some green beans. And every day I'd have a can of green beans. And in some ways it's like a ha-ha, and we can kind of joke about it and kind of be like, that's really strange and that would never work in the long run. And what are we talking about, 100 calories there? But at the same time, it came from a place of genuineness, and a girl that had tried for a really long time, since high school. I graduated in 92. So I'd already been trying for 15, 20 years to get the weight off. And you're just willing to try anything. Do y'all have those crazy stories? Something that looking back on, it's like, do I really want to tell this? And that doesn't really make any sense. But it just showed the effort in your heart. It just showed the will. Like, you weren't giving up. You weren't just giving up and overeating and who cares. It's like you continued to try, even if it didn't make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, that's my story for you today of how for 1 week at school, and all of my teacher friends, they were sweet about it. And there wasn't like making fun of me. I was like, oh, there's Amy with her can of green beans. I have a lot of stories to tell about that awesome group at school and how we tried to encourage each other over the years, the fun things we did to try to get our health back. But for now, let's have our community confetti throw. Let's have our power ball of success. Let's shout out Shirley. Shirley lost 6.5 pounds in week 1, and she was like so loud and proud to say, Amy, I'm 71 years old. And I said, Shirley, you're 71 years young. Like, she just has this amazing, passionate heart at any age. This type of success on the scale, success with how clothes are feeling. It feels great when you're 21 and sharing the success. It equally feels great when you're 71. The two have different stories and they're both equally awesome. But for the person who has tried, for 80% of their life, and here they are at 71 getting it done, I can only imagine what that type of joy feels like. Way to go, Shirley! And let's hear it for Chris Q. Chris, 61 pounds. 61 pounds! Way to go, you two. I loved hearing from you this week. All right, everybody. Well, that's been our video for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.